my pocket back. Or have your team taking off like a rocket ship. The odds against you don't stop the bet. Because it's you against the sports book. The bucket list got your back. The bucket list, bucket list. The bucket list, bucket list. The bucket list, bucket list. The bucket list, bucket list.
Yo, the bucket hats, baby. The bucket hats back in the building. Bucket list, my bad, whatever. Same thing. When it's you against the sports book, my bucket hat. Oh, silly C, not to be outdone. Came through with the take that off. This ain't rude. I'm struggling right now. We get my house redone, all my closets all freaking taped up. I just grabbed some stuff. Here we go. We here to pod, and as my house gets renovated, we trying to renovate your wallet. Hopefully, we don't demolish the walls of the wallet in the process. I got here with me to give me some knowledge. I got Jay Reeves, the gambler.
Yo, let's go.
Ready to throw down 1,500 on parlays, Ridley status, man. We about to get this going. We also got Silly C with the numbers.
It's your boy. Let's get him.
It's your boy. Without further ado, man, it is Friday. It's time to break necks and cash checks, and we about to get it in. It's Friday, March 11th, and it's time to get it going, man. We 2 years removed from Rudy Gobert rubbing all the microphones, man, and he just shut down the whole country, man. I know y'all remember where y'all was at, but
Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, yeah. But they lifting stuff. Stuff's getting better. I heard you don't need to have a vaccination card or a rapid test to get into Nuggets game no more. So we got to be out there banging this.
Kyrie still can't play home games.
It's all right. We don't live in New York. We don't live in New York, man. We don't have to follow New York rules, man. But we are going to start this one off with a game that takes place on the East Coast. But this one's in Florida. We got the Orlando Magic hosting the Minnesota Timberwolves. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
They got this game sitting at -7. Here's the thing with the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. They've been on a heater. Covered a fat number a few nights ago. I believe you was questioning me on taking that fat number, but yeah, man, I'm just gonna go with Minnesota here, man. Minnesota -7, easy.
Yeah, man. Orlando has been playing well as of lately, but not better than them Timberwolves. They're looking like they're trying to make a playoff push for the Lakers spot. I'm gonna take the Timberwolves -7 in this game. Silly
For
C.
the Lakers spot, what you talking about?
Well, I mean, they all down there in the bottom, man. Like, you never know. It switches so quick.
No. Cody, check the stats on where Minnesota is at, please.
They had like 6 or something, man. And you know that could fumble up quick. You know what I'm saying? We just boosted from like 6 to like 4. Denver
The
did.
Lakers are 9.
So you just want to argue all podcasts, or you want to get these folks the information? Good. I'd rather argue. Let's get this going, man. Silly. What is they ranking? That's what I want to know.
They currently are ranked. Oh, bear with me one moment.
My bad, man.
They're 7th overall.
Okay. 7th. So they would be in competition with the 9th place Lakers in a play-in game scenario. So, Jay Reeves, what were you saying about nothing?
But the Lakers are 28-37, and the Clippers are 35-33 at the 8th spot. So I don't know if
don't the 10 play the 9? Don't the 10 play the 9? And the Lakers will lose that game, so they won't be.
And that's the Pelicans.
Minnesota Timberwolves, sir.
Do you? All right, man. Silly, what do you think on this game?
Oh man, I don't know. This is one of them games that's off the chains. But Timberwolves, I feel, got to win this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and Timberwolves. It was -7.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Timberwolves -7 with the points.
All right, another team that is not the Lakers, but they're not playing the Lakers for their spot either. The Clippers taking on the Hawks. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
They got this in at -6 for the Atlanta Hawks, which really doesn't make any sense to me, man. I know the Clippers just got watched by New York, but Atlanta is just worse than pathetic, man. And they play a little bit better at home, but I'm taking the Clippers on the money line, +210. Let go.
I ain't feeling as spicy as you. I'm gonna take the Clippers in this game, but you give me the points, I'll give you my money for the road team, the Clippers. Silly C. What are the numbers saying about this game?
Right now, I'm liking the Clippers a lot in this game just because they have, some of the star power. Do they have Paul George and both Kawhi are playing, right?
Bro, where you been?
Did it screen freeze?
Can you hear me?
Nah, I heard you, and you said some nonsense. Ice Trader Gang takes on Reggie Jackson.
Oh man, Reggie Jackson's been balling.
Oh, he
He's
was
been balling.
serious. I thought he was joking. I was waiting for the punchline. Oh my god. Oh my god. Who you taking, silly?
No, I'm gonna take the Clippers with the points.
All right,
Are you taking
man.
I
Kawhi
didn't
and
have
Paul
much to
George?
say about them.
Moving
Yeah,
right
you
along.
already know Paul George on that wing defense and Kawhi Leonard, he could get a shot from wherever he likes it. I'm pretty sure Blake Griffin is still jumping over Hyundais out there, so it's just a matter of like getting done. And I think he's on my side, so I'll take it. Next game on the schedule is the Detroit Pistons traveling to Boston to take on the Boston Celtics. Jay Reeves, what are you thinking?
Plus 14 for the Detroit Dookie Pistons, man. I cannot lay 14 with Boston. Boston cannot be trusted, even though they're the scorching hot team right now. They've been playing extremely well for the last month.
The dog.
But so has Detroit, man. I'm taking Detroit with the points, man. Detroit plus 14.
Silly, see, your dog was barking in the background. You think the dogs will bark in this game? Come on, is the underdog gonna be able to cover this 14? I dropped my phone all the way up.
I don't know. In this one, I'm going towards Jalen Browns and Jason Tatum. They're both looking to have very big games. I think that'll continue. Even old Bobby Williams three stick, I think he'll
Mm-hmm.
probably get it done. So I'm going with Boston to cover that.
All right, man. I'm gonna agree with you guys. No, y'all didn't even agree. So I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I don't want no part of this game or that number. I guess if you had to force me, and because the dog howled in the background, "Arr!" I'm gonna take the Pistons plus 14 points. It gotta happen sometime. I was so wrong the other day, but I'm back on my bullshit right now, and that's the Pistons. So, Jay Reed's next game on the schedule is the Miami hottest Heat coming up against the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are the Cleveland Cavaliers without LeBron. What are you thinking about this game?
Oh, they got this sitting at minus 5.5 for the Miami Heat. The only thing about this game is Jimmy Butler back? But even if Jimmy Butler is not back, I'm still taking the Miami Heat. They're a very disciplined team. They're real good. Under Spoelstra, man, I am definitely going to take the Miami Heat in this game. Cleveland, no Jared Allen, no win.
Man, if Spoelstra keeps doing what he's doing, he's gonna have a real argument against Doc Rivers for just being the coach of the century, and even against Popovich. Like he is coaching these boys up with or without Jimmy Butler. Man, you're still seeing them getting them dubs out there. They're making stuff happen. Jay Reeves rubbed it all in my face last time when they won. So I'm just thinking I'm ready to get down and lay down. I'm gonna lay down with the Heat. Silly C, are you laying down with the Heat? Are you sleeping with it under the pillow?
I like Cleveland kind of a lot in this game. Jimmy Butler's a game time decision. We'll have to see if he does play. If he doesn't play, I do pick Cleveland with the points. If he plays, I pick the Heat with money line. Let's go.
Oh, all right. Next game on the schedule is the New York Knickerbockers taking on Memphis Grizzlies. John Morant versus I don't know who stars for the Knicks. Jay Reeves. What is Vegas saying?
They got this game sitting at minus 9.5 for the Memphis Grizzlies, who've been on a heater lately.
Excuse me.
Man, in New York is really terrible, guys. Like it really is just a bad place to be right now. And oh man, they did just come off a nice little 2-game win streak on their little West Coast trip, man. But I just don't trust the Knicks in this spot. I'm taking Memphis Grizzlies minus 9.5.
Man, the Knicks is hard to trust in any spot. Silly C, what are the numbers saying? Maybe you go first so I could see where I'm gonna lie.
Man, right now, John Morant is just something else. He's projected currently for 45 DraftKings points, 26 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. I
Mm-hmm.
think he'll get that definitely. He's what I'm looking at, but a sneaky play is over on the other end, the Alec Burks, projected for 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. I'd get him in your lineup. He's going to be cheaper, and he actually might have, with this up paced game, more points, but I'm still taking Memphis. Let's go.
I'm taking Memphis minus 9.5. Actually, if I could tease this line to the other way, I'd take them minus a dime, minus 11, minus 12 nim. I think I got the Grizzlies minus 12 tomorrow. Go ahead and pick the score. We'll go into the next game, which is the Dallas Mavericks. Man, that backcourt's looking strong. Taking on the Houston Rockets. Where did I go wrong with them against the LA Lakers, man? Why we keep talking about the Lakers? Let's talk about the Rockets. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas talking about?
They got this game sitting at minus 11 for the Houston Rockets, man. The Houston Rockets is still not getting their respect out here. That boy Jalen Green he's on fire. That boy has been on fire. Dismantled the Lakers last night in overtime, man. Like, oh, that was like part of my day late and a dollar short. I went against the Houston Rockets versus Jazz. Didn't cover the spread, man. I don't know, man. I'm starting to really trust Houston Rockets here. I'm taking the Houston Rockets minus 11. I may sprinkle something on the money line too, man, because Dallas just punted that game the other night versus New York.
Right.
Yeah, it's actually Houston plus 11, but I felt you.
Yeah,
Silly
my
C,
bad, my
what are
bad,
the
my
numbers?
bad.
Nah, you good. You good. I just wanted to make sure we're giving out the info. Silly C, who you taking in that game?
It's true. After Dallas's terrible performance the other day, I mean, that really kind of blew a few of my parlays. So I'll have to kind of back away very easily, slide into this. But I take Dallas with the money line. But I do think Houston will give them a tough battle. And right now, Christian Wood and again Jalen Green been balling.
Yeah, I'm gonna go against the grain in this one. I'll be the dog catcher, man. I'm gonna take Dallas minus 11. Nothing crazy, but that's the chunkiest they could get in this one. I'm gonna take Dallas minus 11. Luka Doncic triple double against the Rockets. I'm just gonna call it. Fuck it. I might as well be ballsy. I ain't got no onions on me, but got a little stanky. So we'll push it into the next game. See if we can get it deodorized, which is the Pelicans taking on the Hornets, hosting the Hornets. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
They got this game sitting at a slight bit of a pick 'em. They got Charlotte sitting at minus 118, and they have the Pelicans at even money, man. Here's the thing: Brandon Ingram is down, so the Pelicans could be real untrustworthy without their superstar, man. So I'm gonna go with Charlotte here. Charlotte minus 118.
You know, I slapped this Charlotte game in a teaser, and I would I'd even add a few more points. I got Charlotte in a big victory by at least plus 6 points. Charlotte Hornets over the Pelicans without Ingram. Big news this week. Silly C, what effect will Ingram have on this outcome?
As far as the trade piece,
Nah, nah. As far as the game goes, like we got, it's pretty much a pick 'em game. +1 for the Pelicans at
Yeah,
home, -1 for the Hornets. Who you
this is
taking in this one? No
this is
Ingram.
one I'd kind of stay away from.
hmm
Scary Terry's not too scary anymore, and Miles Bridges, I mean, he gives you what he gives you every night, but it's just not enough. LaMelo's plays up, but he doesn't have the players around him to make it happen. I feel in this case, I'm going to go ahead and take the Pelicans with the points.
Yeah, man, we'll have to see how that one plays out. That was a good. Well, it's just a tough game to pick with all the injuries and all the moving pieces, but hopefully we were able to put them together for the puzzle. Next game on the schedule is kind of difficult as well. We got the Utah Jazz taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying about this one?
Man, they got this sitting at -7 for the Utah Jazz, and I was just sitting up here pondering. I remember taking the Jazz last year. in San Antonio, and they got waxed and rinsed by the Spurs. And something is telling me I was going to come up here and say the Jazz. Something is telling me to take the San Antonio Spurs with the points. I'm taking the Spurs +7. I remember this. It's like a movie, a bad one.
Speaking of bad movies, Silly C, give us your rating on this game. Is it PG or R, or are we all about to get triple X'd out here?
Man, I'd probably have to go down to G. When you look at this, you got some babies in here with DeJounte Murray and Donovan Mitchell, and just that whole team, Keldon Johnson, Pottle. I mean, they're real young. But with that being said, there's supposed to be a lot of fantasy points scored in here with those same people, Pottle, Murray, Mitchell, and Conley. I think if you kind of wrap this game up, you'll be really in good fantasy standings. We got 46 for Murray, 32 for Pottle, 31 for Conley, and 44 for Mitchell. I definitely wrap them all up. You could probably get them in your lineup.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Jazz
And
-7.
I'll
I
take
don't
the
think it's
Jazz.
as big of a deal. Like I said, it's an American anniversary with the Rudy Gobert mic rub just yesterday, 2 years ago, which shut down my whole Disney trip. I'm only thinking about me. I wasn't able to go to Disneyland, you know what I'm saying, because of Gobert. He shut down
Look.
everything. I think 2 years later, he comes back and shows how he's able to get it done. I think he's questionable for the game, but I bet you he comes back to play because stuff means stuff to people. Utah Jazz -7. How y'all like my analysis on that one? Stuff means stuff. That's what I bring. That's what I bring. When you say words, they mean stuff. That's what I bring to their table. All right, next game on the schedule, and I'm gonna say this with my chest, is the Toronto Raptors taking on Phoenix Suns. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
Vegas is saying that the Raptors may not be prepared for this. It seems like they're bringing a knife to a straight up bazooka fight. I'm taking Phoenix -6.
Phoenix looking good, even without their stars, man. Man, I don't know. Silly C, give me some more info on this game. Phoenix hosting Toronto.
Well,
Fumble.
with a few of their stars back, let me check again. Booker is back, projected for 44 fantasy points. And with Cameron Payne, Aiton, I just think they're just going to be too much. Trent, Siakam, and Van Fleet just don't seem like they'll have enough. I like Van Fleet a lot, though. He is a beast, but not enough for Suns. Let's go Suns with the points.
All right, I'll take the Suns as well. Giving up the points, I think they're going to get it done, and it's going to be in big time fashion. This next game, this team has been a topic of conversation since we started. LA Lakers hosting Washington Wizards. I don't know what they ought to do. Is this a revenge game for Russ? Jay Reeves? What is Vegas saying?
They got this game sitting at -4.5 for the Lakers. That doesn't make sense at all to me. And no, my friend, this is a revenge game for the boy, Montrezl Harrell. For the boy, Kyle Kuzma, who's actually been the only one balling. Kristaps Porzingis is coming back. Check the narratives. The Washington Wizards. Put the onions on the table. I'm taking the Washington Wizards plus 166. I wish it was a little bit more, but you know what? The sports books are punting all the Lakers games. But I'm definitely taking the Washington Wizards on the money line.
I'll just take the Washington Wizards with the 4.5 points. I think your argument was fair enough to convince me. They've been playing really well with the new addition of Porzingis, as well as can LeBron do it every day at his age, man? Like, can he do it? I don't know. He might be able to will him to a victory, and it might be tonight, but I still see it being a close game. I'm going to take Wizards with the points. Silly C, what do you think?
Again, yeah, Kuzma, Caldwell Pope, Porzingis. There's a lot of people here that were traded and are great. Kuzma and them, it's a return game. Russell Westbrook and Monk are trash. They're really not a good
Ooh.
fit for that team. Uh,
Disrespectful.
so I'll pass on them. I'm gonna go with Washington, not with the points, but money line.
Spicy C.
Man, y'all just keep it spicy,
Sprinkle it.
man. Hey, I fucks with y'all, man, and just remember when it's you against the sports book, the bucket list got your back.
Bucket.
Okay.